Good afternoon. Praise Yahuwah. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom. It was just a little tiny study. I'll probably do another video later. This is proof. Well, part of this is proof that the skies is the heavens or heaven, where the birds fly through the firmament. Obviously, you wouldn't fly through a solid object, but not heaven where Yahuwah sits. Matthew 16, 1-3, and the Pharisees and Sadducees came and trying Yahusha asked that Yahusha would show them a sign from heaven, and Yahusha answering said to them, when it is evening, you say fair weather, for the heaven is red. And in the morning, stormy weather today, for the heaven is red and overcast. You know how to discern the face of the heaven, but you are unable to discern the signs of the times. The signs of the times is referring to the promises through prophecies they never understood because they rejected Yahusha and the law of Yahuwah for their many traditions, which Yahusha goes on to clarify further. That you shouldn't be following in the traditions of the elders. Matthew 16:6, and Yahusha said to them, mind and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And what is the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Oopsie daisies. Matthew 16:12, then they understood that Yahusha did not say beware of the leaven of bread, but of the teaching of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, which is Judaism. Matthew 16:24-27, then Yahusha said to Yahuwah's taught ones, if anyone wishes to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his stake and follow me, for whoever wishes to save his life shall lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake, so keeping the Torah of Yahuwah as proof that you love him by the saving blood of Yahusha, shall find it. For what is a man profited if he gains all the world and loses his own life? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his life? Obedience and belief. For the son of Adam is going to come in the esteem of his father with Yahuwah's messengers, and then Yahusha shall reward each according to his works. Also stated in Psalms 62:12, and loving commitment is yours, O Yahuwah, for you reward each one according to his work. Proverbs 24:12, if you say, see, we did not know this, would not Yahuwah who weighs the hearts discern it? He who watches over your life, would Yahuwah not know it? And shall Yahuwah not repay man according to his work? Saved by grace is not new, as is written in Deuteronomy 9:5-6. It is not because of your righteousness or the uprightness of your heart that you are going in to possess their land, but because of the wrong of these nations that Yahuwah your Elohim drives them out before you, in order to establish the word which Yahuwah swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzchak, and to Jacob. James. And you shall know that Yahuwah your Elohim is not giving you this good land to possess because of your righteousness, for you are a stiff-necked people. Also stated Ephesians 2:4-22. But Elohim, who is rich in compassion because of Yahuwah's great love with which Yahuwah loved us, even when we were dead in trespasses, which is sin, breaking or transgressing of Yahuwah's Torah, made us alive together with Mashiach. By favor you have been saved, and raised us up together, and made us sit together in the heavenlies in Mashiach. Yes, in the heavenlies, in Mashiach Yahusha, in order to show in the coming ages the exceeding riches of Yahuwah's favor in kindness towards us in Mashiach Yahusha. For by favor you have been saved through belief, which is an action word, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yahuwah. It is not by works, so that no one should boast. For we are Yahuwah's workmanship, created in Mashiach Yahusha unto good works, which Elohim prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them. Therefore remember that you once nations in the flesh, so to walk in sin, who are called the uncircumcision by what is called the circumcision, hypocritical Judaism, made in the flesh by hands, that at that time you were without Mashiach, excluded from the citizenship of Yasharel, and strangers of the covenants of promise, having no expectation, and without Elohim in the world. But now in Mashiach Yahusha, you who once were far off have been brought near by the blood of the Mashiach. For Yahusha is our peace, who has made both one, and having broken down the partition of the barrier, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, the Torah of the commands of dogma, again Judaism, so as to create in himself one renewed man from the two, thus making peace, and to completely restore to favor both of them unto Elohim in one body through the stake, having destroyed the enmity by it, and having come, Yahusha brought as good news peace to you who were far off, and peace to those near, because through Yahusha we both have access to the Father by one Ruach. So then you are no longer strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens of the set-apart ones, and members of the household of Elohim, having been built upon the foundation of the emissaries and prophets, who only spoke of Yahusha and the Torah by the blood. Yahusha Mashiach himself being chief cornerstone, in whom all the building being joined together grows into a set-apart dwelling place in Yahuwah, in whom you also are being built together into a dwelling place of Elohim in the Ruach. Isaiah 57:17-21. For the crookedness of his unfair gain I was wroth, and I struck him. I hid myself and was wroth, and he went on backsliding in the way of his heart. I have seen his ways, but now I heal him, and I lead him, and restore comforts to him and to his mourners, creating the fruit of the lips, peace. Peace to him who is far off, and to him who is near. And who is far off, and to him who is near, said Yahuwah, and I shall heal him. But the wrong are like the troubled sea, for it is unable to rest, and its waters cast up mud and dirt. There is no peace, said my Elohim, for the wrong. So obviously you could tell that Yasharel had turned from their sins, and so Yahuwah would heal them, and then they would forget Yahuwah and commit sins, and they would be punished, and then they would turn to Yahuwah because they would be reminded, and so on and so forth, until they just didn't care anymore. And they were done, and so is Yahuwah. And if they didn't fail so bad, we wouldn't have been given the opportunity. So we're to be thankful for their mess ups in order for us to be given the opportunity. So just a little message. Praise Yahuwah. Hallelujah Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom.